ambulatory, walk around freely, and who can stand unattended on a platform. It's used to measure both the height and the weight of the individual. Another type of scale is called a chair scale. A chair scale is used for patients who cannot stand independently on an upright scale. This might be a chair that is actually a chair that they come and sit down on, or it might be a platform that they have a wheelchair just pushed onto, but they nonetheless stay in a seated position. This chair scale does not have the ability to measure the person's height, only the weight. The third type of a scale is called a mechanical lift. And this is used for patients who are not ambulatory or are too heavy or too difficult for them to move easily. And in those instances, a mechanical lift will be used. Again, that is only for the measurement of weight. Cannot measure a height with a mechanical lift. Some points to remember with height and weight determination. Measurements really have to be accurate in order to be useful. Physicians and nurses are going to rely heavily on the information that you obtain. Much of the treatment, medical treatment, will be based on the accuracy of your weights, and the vital signs as well. So be sure that you're very careful in obtaining the measurement. If you obtain a weight today that is very different from what you obtained yesterday and preceding days, there's probably something wrong with the measurement. And rather than just recording that, let's just say yesterday it was 132, today you get 114. Well, common sense tells us that that's probably an inaccurate reading. And so think about that and determine what might be the cause and check that weight another time. Weigh the same time each day. Weight varies during different periods of the day, so it's important to be consistent in weighing the patient at the same time. Also, the person should wear the same amount and type of clothing each time they're weighed. For example, if a patient is in a bathrobe and slippers today for a weight, then they should be in a bathrobe and slippers tomorrow for the weight as well. The other thing is that you need to use the same type of scale for each measurement so that there's accuracy from day to day. Now, I'd like you please to watch two demonstrations. The first demonstration is going to be measuring the height and weight on an upright scale, and immediately following that there will be a demonstration of measuring a weight utilizing a standing lift. Measuring height and weight on an upright scale. Ascertain the previous weight, type of scale used, and the time the patient was weighed. Wash your hands. Balance the scale. Place the large weight and the small weight indicators at 0. The balance bar should be balanced in the center. If not, use the balance adjustment to bring the scale to balance. Place a paper towel on the platform. Assist onto the scale with the same amount of clothing as previous weight. Have patient's arms at their side. Patient should not hold the bar or other part of the scale. Adjust the weight until the scale is in balance. Move the larger weight until the pointer drops to the bottom of the square. Then move the larger weight backward 1 notch. Move the smaller weight until the pointer balances in the middle of the square. Add the larger and smaller weight measurements together. Make a mental note of the weight. Adjust the height bar on the scale to rest on the patient's head. Read the number at the movable part of the ruler section. Convert the total inches to feet and inches. Assist the patient off the scale. Record the measurements on the appropriate chart record. Make sure to remove the paper towel. Wash your hands. Report to the nurse any deviations from the patient's original weight. Measuring weight on a standing lift. Wash your hands. Bring the lift to the bedside and widen the base. Explain the procedure to the patient. Zero the scale per manufacturer's instructions. Attach the sling to the lift and anything else that needs to be subtracted from the final weight. Make note of the additional weight. Remove the sling from the Y-beam and place around the patient. Buckle the security strap snugly. Assist the patient's feet onto the footboard. Maneuver the lift against the shins of the legs. Lock the brakes. Attach the sling to the J-hooks. Place the patient's hands on the handlebars. Then secure the leg straps. The first caregiver stands near the control panel while the second caregiver remains close to the patient. Using the control, raise the patient by pressing the up button. Continue to raise until the patient clears the bed. Let the weight steady and record the reading. Do not touch the lift or the patient being weighed, as a false reading will be obtained. Return the patient to the bed or to a chair as desired. Remember to subtract the weight from the sling, then record on the permanent record, including the time, weight, and the scale used. Wash your hands.